Woohoo! Hey, there we go. Now it's working. Hooray! Yay! So for I don't know why, but for some reason my little my broadcast thing wasn't working for Dragon Quest here, but now we know it's working. Yay! So hi everybody. Welcome. Great to see you all. Hope that you had good weekends all around after my last stream. I'm back again today with Dragon Quest. So this is just after the infamous all is lost moment where essentially all of the bad things happened. I got turned into a fish. It was just horrible. It's like all of the terrible things happened essentially. It was just really bad. It was terrible. But essentially now I'm back to it, and I'm trying to find the I guess you could say like the Ring of Survivors type of thing, something along those lines ish. So that's effectively what I'm looking for right now. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my little stream thing here. Okay, there we go. Hooray! So now the idea is that I need to head up towards, I don't remember where, but basically I need to find the quote-unquote hero. My understanding was that I was the hero, but apparently that is incorrect. So I'm back here. This is actually one of the starting areas, and now I just need to go and figure out what the dealio is. Incidentally, one of the big things that happened was we basically found out that the supposed good guys were actually not so good guys. You know, pretty standard JRPG trope type things essentially. Nothing super surprising. The way that they did it was really cool though, I will admit that. One of the cool things that happened is we were in Yggdrasil, is how this game pronounces it, but the World Tree, most often seen in Norse mythology. Let's see here. Oop, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Okay, so I gotta go the other direction. I'm just making sure I'm going the right way. Either way, so like I said, pretty standard trope. Good guys are actually bad guys, and we essentially found out who exactly the bad guys were. If you're curious, you can see my my previous stream on this, which I think was, I guess, a week ago today. It was last Monday. But this is a game that has very readily become one of the games that I tend to reach for just as sort of a general, I want to chill out and play type of thing. So between this and like Stardew Valley, essentially, those tend to be the most commonly done ones for me personally. I really enjoy it. I think it's a well-made game, and I just have a lot of fun with it. So good times. Incidentally, quick announcement for all of you. I am doing my big charity live stream on the 30th to the 31st. So that is a couple of Saturdays from now, essentially. And I'm really looking forward to it. I got in touch with a few game companies to get some cool stuff for you guys as giveaways for donors. I've bought a bunch of stuff. I actually got some more stuff today, so I'm really excited. And if you guys have anything in particular you'd like to see, let me know. I'm going to be posting the schedule hopefully within the next couple of days. Have something at least more or less planned out for what I want to do. And I'm going to have it on my Twitch here. So if you go down on the screen, if you scroll down, then you'll see like my all the info for it. I'm going to be posting it over there. I'm going to be updating the little section that exists right now. So yeah, woohoo! But I'm working on getting my stream a little bit more robust, essentially getting some more features and all that kind of thing, so that'll be useful. Okay, well that's not going to work. I mean, it said that I need to be south of Heliodor. I am at present south of Heliodor. Let me see here. Oh, I fail. I need to go to the very specific place of the last bastion. Wow, wow. One thing you probably notice is that I'm skipping past all of the bad guys right now. And in part, it's because I'm on stream and it bogs down a lot of time, but also because I don't have my party. And I don't want the XP to get super imbalanced. Not that it really would be too imbalanced because of that, but more so I want to, I just want to keep things moving quickly. That's most of what it is. Incidentally, plot-wise, for anybody who missed the last stream or the few streams before, or just want to know what's going on, this has, like I said, a lot of the very standard JRPG tropes. I am the sort of the destined good guy for the world, and need to save the world, need to do all that kind of stuff. And it's destined essentially that the incarnation of the good guy has to fight the incarnation of the bad guy. So the incarnation of the bad guy attacked last stream essentially, and created this now desolate landscape. Caused the world tree, the giver of life, all that good, nice stuff to essentially collapse. He stole my power. Really bad stuff. So it was very, very much so the all is lost moment that we see oh so frequently in movies, TV shows, games, and pretty much everywhere. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. And in a big way, that's actually why I really have enjoyed this game. Because it's, I mean, again, it is very tropism. It is extremely standard in that sense, but I still like it. I think that the game presents everything in a really good way. Woof, 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 woof. I think that's my dog. Come on, dog. You slow. I'm just running. It's Rev. Hey, Rev. How are you doing? Hope all is well for you. I'm just sitting here in this lost, desolate land of terribleness. It's very exciting. No! So sad. Ah, oh, Rev's making red beans and rice. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
There you are. Where did you run off?
Oh my god, it's you!
Oh my. You're alive. And you've come back.
So this is basically back at the city where I grew up, essentially. I was a basket baby dropped into a river.
Oh, Sandy.
So yeah. So sad. So sad.
Welcome home.
And I'm just saying I was a fish. It was a terrible experience being a fish. But yeah, that's awesome, Rev. I'm super jealous. That sounds amazing.
I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. But we were lucky. Not everyone is as cold as Jasper. No, another soldier came and told him to stop. But that didn't stop them burning the village to the ground and locking us all up in the castle.
Aw, don't.
Sorry, Sandy. You're right.
Yeah, so one of the initial plot points in the game was that Cobblestone, this city, was originally destroyed. And so we came back to the ruins of Cobblestone, but now it is labeled as the last bastion, and apparently everybody's totally fine. So nobody was actually injured in all of the massive fighting and destruction of the town. So, hooray, I guess. It's awesome. I'm trying to go this way, but you slow. Alright, let's see what we got. Is that my mama?
Come on, girl.
It is! My mama is okay!
Sorry to interrupt, Amber, but I've got big news.
Let's see, who do we have? We've got Rev and Commander Root and Banana Neon.
Well,
Hi to all of
I
you.
don't believe this, but
Great to have you, as always. Y'all are awesome.
my little soldier.
I don't know. I think that this kind of takes away from the emotional moment of the destruction that we saw earlier, right? I mean, isn't it kind of... I mean, it's not shady, but... I don't know. It just seems like kind of pointless, you know? Like, why bother having mass destruction when it means nothing? It's like these guys took a page out of Marvel's book.
Without him, I dread to think of, and now, thanks to him, the place you once knew as, would you believe we've even got the King of Heliodor camped out? Look, I know he was the one who ordered the village to be burned. He may be the last person you want to see, but you should go and talk things through with the king. Just pop your
It's like
head round the door.
millions of people died, but it's okay because none of them are main characters.
Two flags.
It's I don't know. I just maybe I've been desensitized because of Game of Thrones, but it's I don't know. It seems to be something that it. I don't know. Is it awful to say it makes it more believable when important characters die? Like, I feel horrible thinking that. But at the same time, so, okay, Final Fantasy VII. Perfect example, right? Now, it's been a long time, so I'm not going to call spoiler alert on this, but Aerith dies, right? She is one of the main characters. She has a huge part in the initial plot of the game, and then it's like the end of disc 1 is like, boom, she dead. Like, just straight up dead. No coming back, alright? Not unless you Game Shark that mother. But, like, that... I mean, that is intense. That is hardcore, and it's meaningful for the player, for the story, for everything. But now it's just sort of like, meh. You know, it's like, maybe everybody died, but actually no. And it, I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating to me. Majesty. This bro. So, spoiler alert for this. Homeboy was possessed by the bad guy. I'm just saying. He's not actually a bad guy.
I have regained my senses at last, though in truth, I remember little of what I did. I do not ask for forgiveness. I do not deserve it. Tell me, do you recall what happened on that fateful day?
More or less.
I recall, and when at long last I returned to my senses.
Wow, he was possessed for years?
Something
That's
else
crazy.
I must ask you.
Oh. Sad. Is this the night?
The hero has returned. Come. You must meet he to whom we owe our survival.
I bet it's one of the Kniggets. Depending on how old you want the mute protagonist to be. I don't know about having a 16-year-old be the protagonist, but I guess that would be very much Japanese animation. Japanimation, as the Simpsons say. So I assume this guy is the hero that everybody is proclaiming. And that means that I probably have my 8th party member.
Well, what news?
The forces of darkness amass at the gates of Heliodor. They will strike.
Men, all the signs are that our enemy will strike tonight.
To arms! I feel like this is like Les Miserables,
He is as
the Japanese animation version.
But you must forgive him. He has fought harder than any of us. It is time that your differences were set aside, Luminary.
No!
I can well understand. It is time that your differences
No!
It is time that
No!
It is time.
Stop it! I don't wanna!
It is time. Oh,
See? We had a long discussion about this several months ago regarding the idea of choice in games and how it's rarely actually meaningful for anything. And it's one of the reasons why I often hold up the Telltale Games series for like the various series, whether it's the Wolf Among Us or the Batman ones or Game of Thrones. I mean, they even did like Walking Dead. What else did they do? Back to the Future. I mean, come on. They did a ton of them. And at least in those, you see like differences in how the characters interact with you depending on what you do. So yeah. Who's this motherfucker?
Obviously handle yourself. Well, either way, I'm sure we can find a use.
Seriously, who is this bro with the pot lid helmet? I don't trust him.
Right, here's your spot. Just face that way, and when the monsters come, stick the pointy end.
Stick him with the pointy end! I gotta stick him with the pointy end! I know this! Ha! That is very true, Rev. That's why they went down. But at the same time, they had like major like IP behind them. You know, they had like some really serious stuff going. So, and I remember one of the points was that they were supposedly, at least, they were going to finish at least one or two of them because they needed to, like they were contractually obligated for at least a handful of them. But either way, it's really unfortunate because their games truly were great. I mean, they still are. But it would have been nice to have more. Okay, this has the potential to be super cool. I mean, I guess we can just watch it as a cinematic instead. Like, instead of me having actually doing something. Who is this mother with, like, the little, like, rah! He's the D&D monk, clearly. Okay, so, I'm, it seems like I'm pretty good here. I don't know, I'm often weirded out about cinematics in video games. Oh, that's great. That is true. They never went past the fairly stereotypical adventure game style that they built up, which I think is not a huge issue personally, because I honestly liked Telltale game style, but like I can see why some people either don't enjoy it or would prefer something changed with it, whatever it happens to be. But that's just me. Seriously, bro? And I mean, in my opinion at least, it's like the gameplay didn't inherently need evolving. I thought that it was just good. You know, was it spectacular and amazing and so awesome? No. I will agree with that, Rev, that their games are essentially reskins, for lack of a better term. But at the same time, you know, if you have a formula that works, there's nothing wrong with reusing it. I mean, I guess Final Fantasy doesn't go quite to that length because you at least have new mechanics and stuff like that. But for me, I play a Telltale game thing for story, like specifically for story and not really anything else. So that's what I'm all about. But that might just be me. I might be weird. Think I should use the other dudes as punching bags for a little while? Wait, let me run around. Ha, ha, ha. Hi-ya! Running around during combat doesn't actually do anything in this game. As you saw, I was literally behind him when he spat, but it made no difference. Oh shoot, I don't have any way of healing myself, I don't think. Dang it. Okay, cool. I'd just rather not be poisoned for safety's sake, essentially. I love the horse is just standing there like, whatevs. I mean, as far as Telltale is concerned, I'm genuinely sad to see them go. I think that they could have done a lot of things better, but I think that they did a good job in general. I truly do. And, I mean, I know I'll certainly be happy with what we've got. Incidentally, I've got a copy of the Wolf Among Us for my giveaways. So, everybody's got that to look forward to. A dull dance? Management was horrible. That, I mean, I don't know any of the details regarding why they collapsed other than they just spread themselves too thin. I don't know anything about the management and stuff. I know there was there's a board game company, Ninja Division, that ran into a lot of issues associated with their Kickstarters. So they successfully funded, what was it? I want to say it was at least 2, it may have been 3 Kickstarters that were worth something like 1.6 million. I mean, it was some ridiculous number like that. It was pretty insane. But the thing is that they still have not delivered on any of those particular Kickstarters. They essentially kickstarted to fund the lack of other Kickstarters. So it was really bad. They got some words from all of the gaming community, essentially. It was pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, for any company, I mean, theoretically, at least for any company, you always want to say that, you know, badness starts at the top, right? You always want to say that anybody who's being problematic, regardless of where they are in the company, it can be associated with mismanagement, whether at mid or high level or both. So, yeah. Either way, it's still sad to see, especially good game companies going down like that. Never let down your guard. Oh, jeez, giant face. I told you I was getting my new party member. What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. How about that? I love that half of them are just sort of standing there idly, not doing anything. Okay, this could be problematic. This could be very... What is with the dude's shield? Oh. What the fudge? It's as if they were purchased by EA. Hey EA, how are you doing? Hope all is well. We're talking about bad companies and how it's unfortunate because they can make good games but still be terrible. Or in the case of EA, they make bad games but they still survive because people buy them anyway. Yeah, poor BioWare. This thing is freaking creeping me out, dude. The headless honcho. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. So, Henrik is gonna heal me, right? At least a little bit. Because, I'm just saying, I'm gonna need some of that. Like, there's a lot of nastiness up in here. I do miss BioWare. Ow. Henrik? Yay, mid-heal? That's all you got, bro? That's nothing. Let's see who else we got. Yay, EA! Yeah, I do. I honestly do miss BioWare because BioWare was pretty amazing. I mean, seriously, Mass Effect, like, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Another dragon game, but not with cute purple ones. Yeah, basically. That's what this boils down to. I mean, I'm just saying, Spyro was fun. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Spyro. Spyro is adorable and great. And to be fair, I've only seen, like, majorly at least, one dragon in this game. I mean, there's a whole bunch of, like, ancillary dragons that don't really do much. But I've only seen one, like, in a cinematic scene. Dang it. This sucks. I keep having to heal myself. Like, we need to hit them, bro. Great, and now my defense is down. I don't know. I was saying earlier, EAG, that this game is one of my favorites just to sort of generally play. I really, really enjoy it. It's I think that while it's very much filled with tropes and the sort of like standard things that happen in especially in a JRPG, I still think that it's really, really fun. And I like the gameplay. I enjoy the skill progression, the crafting. I'm never one who's really big on graphics, but I really enjoy the graphics of this game. I think that they did a good job with it, and it's a nice balance between the anime and like a what's it called? Like an anime styled game and a more modern style, essentially. But yeah, I personally really enjoy it. This dude is really freaking weird, though. This headless honcho. Doesn't seem too difficult, at least. I do miss having this, where I've got another party member that I don't actually control, because first off, they can't be killed. They can't be knocked out at all. because they're computer controlled, and on top of that, they normally just sit there and heal you. So it's pretty awesome. It's a good deal. I like it. Ow! So like he had Henrik, the guy I'm playing with here, the other party member, I should say. He had lost a bunch of defense because of one of the spells cast, but it made no difference because his defense is irrelevant because he effectively has limitless HP. It's awesome. Move your brains! That was hilarious.
Commander, a message from His Majesty.
Right away.
But like I said, I hope that everybody had a good weekend this past weekend since my last stream. Mine was pretty standard for my stuff essentially, and I'm on a relatively regular schedule, and my weekends are always super busy. So I'm really looking forward to a time when I don't have to be so busy and I don't have to work so much. Don't know when it's gonna be, but at some point it'll happen. Theoretically. Ugh, so much fan service. What's up, mama? Surplus to quests and a distinct lack of dragons. Seriously, look at this. Look at this ridiculousness with all of my quests. I have so many quests. There's just so few dragons. It's ridiculous. The ratio is completely off.
Debt of gratitude. You have proven your strength and your ability. The fiend that usurped my throne must be ousted. Heliodor Castle must be...
But sire,
I do not give these orders lightly, Hendrik. The city's sewers can be entered from the cliffs in the side of the hill atop which Heliodor stands.
I'm just saying, I'm still thinking about Game of Thrones right now.
This key.
What with sneaking in through the sewers. Woo, I got the key to the sewers! Go me!
but sire, who will, if the enemy renews the attempt?
We will not. The usurper must be overthrown while we have the chance.
Please, your majesty, we cannot out...
Precisely.
Oh, Henrik.
Which is, we seize our one opportunity.
Oh, dang.
Or do you question? I trust in their ability to endure this one last assault.
Sire,
Okay, homie. Gee, that's a big sword, dude. Thing is huge. You know, that's pretty impressive that he can hold it like that. Because holding something straight out like that with your, with just your shoulders, especially a giant sword like a claymore, that's not easy. I'm just saying, King Dude, he goes to the gym, yo. He works it. He knows how to do. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own bad joke. I apologize. Oh man, I need to think about what other games I want to play for my big live stream. I want to play this one. Probably do Stardew. I'm gonna play Evolution. I'm gonna play Plague Incorporated. I'm debating about Civilization. I'd like to do Civilization. I really want to play a full playthrough of Super Mario World because I got my SNES Mini over here on the desk. You can't see it. But I want to do just like the quick version of the playthrough there. So I think that would be pretty awesome. What else? me think. Mario RPG, of course. It's my favorite game of all time, so I kind of have to play it. Important announcement: the red beans and rice are banging. Is that the official term there, Rev? That they are banging? I said a bang, bang, bangity bang. I said a bang, bang, bangity bang, go bo 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 bang, bang, bangity bang. I said a bang, bang, bangity bang, go bo 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 bo.
Mr. Hendricks, sir. I couldn't help
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
As long as it is.
Oh, that's right, Franbow. That can be part of Danny After Dark, along with the Batman Telltale series. I was debating the Game of Thrones Telltale series as well. Because yeah, part of the thing too is I'm trying to figure out exactly how long to do it for. I'm leaning like 12 to 18 hours essentially. So, oh, Spyro! I gotta play Spyro. Yeah. I've got Spoodermon for the PS4 as well. I don't have any other PlayStation 4 games, unfortunately. I just have Spyro and Spider-Man.
Time is short.
But what more do you need, right? Maybe God of War. Aye.
Obsidian. See the lady there.
You named your horse Obsidian? Also, we were like 50 feet from there, dude. You don't need to send your horse back with her. I'm just saying. I guess I should probably save. So this is this is one of the first major locations that I went to outside of the castle. Like after a bunch of revelations happened, and it was just like, oh my god, bad guys! Oh no, so sad, such a shame, so surprising, all that kind of stuff. So it seems like Henrik is not officially part of my party yet, but it's okay because he will be. I bet. That is my guess. I'm debating if I should explore this way. I feel like I should, just because exploration is awesome. Look at this guy. Didn't I just defeat you? What are you doing as like a regular dude now? What the fudge? There's like 4 of them! God dang it. I want to be able to shoulder ram a tree and make stuff fall out. Seriously, why are there so many of these headless dudes? My understanding was that it was like the one guy who was in charge. Oh, that could be fun. I could do, what's it called? The Lord of the Rings. I've got a Shadow of Mordor. I don't have Shadow of War. But those are really good games. Those are a lot of fun. Not great for streaming, though. I'd like to do the Elder Scrolls Online. I want to run through at least part of the Dark Brotherhood sequence or story because Dark Brotherhood is awesome. And I haven't done it with any of my characters. I actually haven't played ESO in months, literally. I log in and get my daily rewards, but that's it. I do not remember the last time I actually sat down and played the game. The Light of Lesdor. As opposed to the Shadow of Mordor. Oh, it's terrible. Rev, you're terrible. You're just... no. I'm just saying, they were good games. Or... again, I haven't played the second one. I don't own Shadow of War, like I said. I heard that it was kind of good, but mostly people were saying it's more of the same, so it's kind of meh. It's kind of like what Rev was saying before about the Telltale game series, where you're effectively looking at the same game over and over with a different skin on it. And that's not inherently a bad thing, but it's also not expressly a good thing to do. So, like, for example, oh, excuse me. For example, I would think about the Pokemon games, right? So they're always released as a pair, where you know you've got the exclusive Pokemon in each one. So it makes sense because they're released side by side. But then with every actual new release, then you have some new feature of some kind of cool something or other that changes it, and of course adding more Pokemon. At least when it comes to the generational releases. If you have something like Pokemon Yellow, for example, you know, you get the Pikachu, which is obviously adorable and awesome, and you get a closer tie to the anime, which is, you know, good or bad. Yeah, I see that before. The terrible MasterCard commercial. It's like, delivery, $20. Tip for the driver, $5. Finding out that they forgot part of your order, priceless. So sad. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be Chinese food. Could be Latin American food. There's frequently rice in Latin American cuisine. It's not just Chinese or Japanese. I'm so glad that I can open all these random doors in the middle of the sewers. There's random treasures in these random doors within the sewers. Who would have thought? That seems like such a strange thing to do. Ah, dang it. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not worried too much about needing to level up at the moment. I think I'll be okay. And I won't have to farm a whole lot, which is nice. But I am a bit worried, honestly. Because it's been a while since I've done any proper XP grinding. Oh, look at that slime! I mean, the fact that I can take out an enemy in one hit is pretty helpful. Just saying. Oh, shoot. The fudge is this thing? Hooray! Anybody have any fun plans for this week? I personally don't, but it's nice to hear when people do. Because people do things other than just, like, going to work. At least normal people do. I personally don't. But I'm not cool like you all are. Wait, what? Did I really just go around for no reason whatsoever? I did. Oh, come on, bro! Vicious bubble slimes. Okay, I'm sorry, but if ever there was an oxymoron that oxymoroned, it would be the vicious bubble slime. Just saying.
All is well that ends well.
Blasted vicious bubble slimes. At least they dropped a shiny. So in this game, one thing that I'm obviously not doing, but you can do, is you can actually hit the bad guys before combat starts, and so you do a bunch of damage to them ahead of time. Become much easier to defeat. Well, maybe not much easier, but a little easier. I'm thinking this is technically the way I should go, but I want to explore just a little bit more here. Because there's other doors that I can open. So I'd rather do that right quick. So here's what I'm talking about. Boom! There you go. Do damage ahead of time. Oh, what is that evil looking slime? Oh, it's a metal one! Oh, come on, hit him. So the metal slimes are awesome because you, they give you a ridiculous amount of XP. They only have like 3 HP or something like that. But they're notorious for running away. Come on, don't run, don't run. Dang it! And obviously they're really difficult to hit. And the problem is they're immune to... Dang it! They're immune to magic. So you have to hit them. I got Nickelodeon from the 90s where I got slime from the ceiling. It's not untrue, I guess. Seriously, who leaves random treasure chests in the middle of locked doors in the sewers? The mini-metal thing is weird in this game. I still don't fully understand why it's here. It's just a it's a collection mini game. That's all it is. But they make such a big deal about it. I just have no idea why. Like, I don't know if it's some kind of a symbolism thing that I'm just completely missing. I genuinely do not know what the deal is. Where do you store your sage elixirs? Not in the dungeon. That's the thing. It's not even the dungeon. It's just the sewers. It's not the sewer dungeons. I'm just saying, it makes it even weirder. Oh man, you guys, I'm so hungry right now. Rev is over here making me hungrier talking about the beans and rice. It's not cool. An urn of saints' ashes? Who does this? Who leaves this in the sewer? JRPG tropes that make no sense. Oh, okay, we got this. I really want to get this stupid slime. Like I said, the problem is that they are immune to magic. Dang it. One of the things that really sucks is one of the other characters that I have... of course. One of the other characters that I have has the ability to hit multiple times in during a single round, so he can potentially hit 3 times, which would take out a metal slime at once. So, kind of sucks. But we deal with it, you know? That's how we do it. Alright, grab this. Wing of a bat, really? Rantigan Ravens? You know, I just got the sudden desire to play Xenosaga. Genuinely no clue why. But specifically the first one. Der Wille zur Macht, I believe. The Will to Live, if memory serves. My German's a little rusty. But that was a cool game. I played a couple of the ones in the series, but yeah, I genuinely don't know why. But for some reason, I just had a sudden inkling to play it. I still have my copy. I've got all of my old PlayStation, and I've got PS1 games. I got PS2 games. I got everything. I've got like 2 PS3 games. If anybody is curious. I don't really play a lot of consoles anymore. And like I said, I've got my 2 PS4 games now because I have a PS4. I'm cool like that. joined in the current console generation at long last. Wait, what? Did the little dude heal literally everybody? I'm pretty sure the little homie healed literally everybody. And I'm cool with that. Homeboy is very helpful. I wonder what happens if I die while I just have like my buddy here, because I don't control him. He's not actually part of my party. So I wonder what would happen. I would assume that it would be a game over, but I genuinely don't know. I don't have any anti-poison spells, unfortunately. You do get a game over? I thought so. I knew it. Now, why does the sewer key work in the dungeon? Does that make sense to anybody? $5 grand? Who's leaving? What is this? Just the giant treasure room? Like, it's like, I've got a great idea. Let's leave our priceless treasures in the middle of the dungeon. Because that makes perfect sense. Well, that was easy. Why make 2 keys? I guess. It's just weird. Iron headgear? Why do I have a feeling that thing is horrible? Okay. What the fudge? How is it that iron headgear gives me better defense than steel? That does not make sense metallurgically. This is just wrong, you guys. It's wrong, I say. I'm gonna bust these pots, yo. I got a dollop of horse manure? What the fudge? I understand it's a dungeon, but y'all need some consistency here. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Stealing is wrong. Oh, it's funny. This is very punny. Alright. Save. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait. Pot to break. A seed of defense? Does that mean I can grow little defense plants? I'm going to the lower level because I can. There's no real reason to, but I'm doing it. I don't like the look of that mofo. It's another one of those guys. More ashes of saints. Seriously, how many saints are they burning over here? This is ridiculous. So, in a single room, I got grubby bandages and saints' ashes. Does that make any sense to anybody? A Dullahan. Dullahan? Dullahan. I mean, the skin is obviously based off of the headless bro that I fought earlier. These guys are much easier. I noticed that their name is lowercase. That's kind of interesting. But I have the key to everything. Right? I found a cow pat. Isn't that just more manure? But why is there so much manure in this place? Seriously, why? Why? I mean, okay, I understand why, but still, why? So this is how I escaped last time. This is how I got out of the dungeon when I first got here, is through that hole. In case anyone was wondering. Why was a cow in jail? Why was a horse in jail? I got horse manure too. Makes no sense. I honestly don't know why I went down the hole, if anybody's curious. I guess I was just wondering if it would give me something cool for, you know, like nostalgia's sake. Alas, it did not. So, whatevs, I guess. Oh god, I remember seeing that, Rev. Eric with a K. Say, my name is Eric with a K. Say, no, my last name is with a K. Ugh. I swear, sometimes players are ridiculous. I should say, tabletop RPG players are ridiculous. Ha! I knew there'd be treasure in here. Why the whole face? Why would the horse get in trouble, though? I'm just saying the bartender's the one who is asking inane questions of the horse. Why the long face and whatnot. I feel like there's no reason to go through here, but I want to see if there's shinies, because I believe in the presence of shinies. The kitchen. Where's Hot Pie? Oh, he lost it. That's right. So the horse went crazy when he heard it again. That's what it was. That makes more sense. Did you guys see that I got some special medicine? It literally said special medicine. I am genuinely curious what special medicine does. Right. It restores HP. With the special medicine. It's for my glaucoma, okay? That's why I need my special HP restoring medicine. Oh. The skeleton swordsman is too stunned to move. Exactly, Rev. It wasn't in brownies, but still. It's special medicine. Whoa, what the fudge is that thing? Good thing I saved. I have a bad feeling about this. Incidentally, after this is done and I get to another save point, I'm going to get going. Ooh, a great stairway.
The usurper will be in the throne room. He must be found and punished.
Okay. I'm like really freaked out by this woman in the red dress. Like it is legit spooky right now. I am not a fan. I'm gonna go this way over here. Did that just say I got 7 gold? No, not yet. So, Yggdrasil roots are important because I'm the luminary, I'm connected to Yggdrasil. I'm surprised that they're still here because of what happened to the tree. But, this is weird. My power was taken, so why does this work?
Come, Jasper.
Come, Jasper! Do your worst! Huzzah! Have at you! Oh, the young Kniggets.
Curse you, Hendrik.
Dang! Seriously, was the king always just old?
But I order you to cease your horseplay and greet our latest arrival.
Princess Jade! Oh my goodness! Jade is one of my party members, so... Oh! We knew that she was a princess, I believe. I honestly don't remember if we were told that she was a Heliodorian princess.
With my might and your wisdom, you would surely be the greatest knight.
So I remember Jade
Are you listening to
and Henrik recognizing each other, or maybe it was Jasper and Jade.
Why, the shield of Heliodor, of course. Symbol of the king. If we are destined to become such men one day, one of us will surely wear it.
Totes, homie.
And how do you propose to do that?
Oh, I have my ways. I just...
A midnight feast in the kitchen.
None other than His Royal Majesty. He slid
Ah,
into
ah.
a secret passage behind the cupboard and set about the
That's real feels for me, you guys. That's real feels. I need like a direct line from my bed to the refrigerator so that I can eat all of the knobs.
Midnight.
Agreed.
So I believe this is Jasper.
Of course. The passage to the king's chambers. So this is your power, luminary?
To pry into other people's past.
The kitchen is on the north side of the castle.
That just... It seemed like such a backhanded compliment, the way he said that. Just like, oh, so you spy on people's pasts? Yeah, that's cool, but also terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I agree with him, but still. Wasn't I already in the kitchen? Alright. I think... Oh, shoot. I gotta go back to the dungeons to save, don't I? Yeah, unfortunately, I've got to get going because I got to get to work. So I'm gonna have to call it right now. I'm gonna go save, and then I'm gonna head out. Ah! That was close. I love that somebody just left a random adventure log lying on a table in the middle of the dungeon, because that's what people do, basically. Alright. Well, like I said, everybody, that's going to have to be it for me. As always, hope that you enjoyed it. You guys know I always enjoy playing. It's always such a blast. But do remember, let me know what, if any, specific games you'd like to see for my big live stream, and of course with any regular live stream too. If there's a particular game you'd like to see me showcase or whatever, I'd be happy to, because it's really fun. I mean, I enjoy doing this, but you guys have a great week, you know, whatever the time thing is going on. And I will be back on Saturday at my usual time. Do remember, I'll be posting on Facebook and Twitter when I post the schedule for my big charity live stream next week. So I'll be posting that hopefully in the next couple of days so that you guys can see what I'll be playing. And of course it'll be tentative and there will be wiggle room and all that kind of stuff. But either way, take care, have a good time. Record my inner thoughts for people and hide the solution to the puzzle. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously. How else am I going to remember how to solve my portion of the puzzle if I don't write it down somewhere? You know, I can't just memorize that stuff. Alright, well, you all take care, have a great time, and I will see you hopefully on Saturday, but have a good week in between now and then.